Hey, what's up, you guys? We are jumping into a match here. I've already lived this one, but I want to review it with you guys. We're going to go over it. It's like watching your footage after the big game of playing some kind of ball. Anyway, so I thought this would be a really fun matchup, so that's why I flipped over and turned on my recording shit. But it wasn't in any condition to be talking about this live. So basically I thought it'd be a fun, interesting case just to see this deck versus that deck. So I'm really excited about Flicker Wisp here because it's going to jump on that 3-3 and make it a 1-1 again. And I like that. But the first thing I'm going to do here is start getting Attended Knight going so I can get the first strike down and the chump blocker so I can start taking care of some of his tokens. Basically, the way this is built at this point, this was during playtesting this deck, is it's kind of just a dude maker. The 6 drop on the far right is a multi-removal spell in this deck. There's not a lot of removal in this deck. You've got 2 pacifisms, 1 card where they shuffle it into their library and then draw 2, which is not good. You know, like when you're using that, you're really fucking upset. And then you've got this 6-drop guy, but since you can Flicker Wisp and stuff, you can obviously use the 6-drop and take care of multiple dudes at once. So basically what I want to do with this is I don't really want to spoil it for you guys because I know that watching and being like who's going to win or what's going to happen is part of it. But as we watch this footage, there's one moment in particular where I think that I made a pretty big misplay. Now right here I'm killing Macias because obviously he's going to pop back into play with a as a 0-0 because he won't have any counters on him. Unfortunately, of course, that's going to trigger Chumpian over there, so he's now a 5-5. Macias is a real pain in the ass, and since I could just kill him outright there, I thought that that was pretty good. Now, seeing the second one of these, I'm not too upset except for the fact that this guy's got 5 cards in hand still. So I am hurting a little bit. He's going to come at me pretty strong here. I'm just going to chump block down and then chill. That's also another reason why I wasn't too worried about the guy becoming a 5-5 because I knew I had the 1-1 chump blocker, and I've got, you know, core hook master flex on here and all sorts of fun things. I'm trying to think of what to do right now because I don't have enough mana to do some really funky shit. I want Flicker Wisp to, you know, Flicker Wisp can come out and kill these 1-1s. Flicker Wisp can come out and revert this champion back down to a 1-1 later on. So I'm actually really happy with them. I realize that the champion has the potential to become a 3-3 here, but I don't really care just yet. But I was not foreseeing the Fiend Hunter. Now, I about shit myself during this because I really thought he was going to grab my Flick Wisp. Since I don't have, like, honestly, he should have. I don't have any targeted solid removal that's actually going to kill your dude. So if he had grabbed my Flicker Wisp, if he was worried about Flicker Wisp coming back into play and, like, me getting to do weird combo-y shit that way, he shouldn't have been. The only thing that's really cool is that I could have Flick Wisped that guy, got back my Flick Wisp. Like, I mean, there's some weird stuff I could have done, but at the end of the day, that thing's still going to come back into play, and he's going to be able to put one of my cards underneath it. So I'm not really sure why he Fiend Hunter'd the 2-2. Here I'm just thinking about life, because I'm not super happy about what's going on. I'm just kind of looking at Fiend Hunter. I'm looking at Hookerson. I want to get to bashing. That's my main thing. I can't let this guy, since he has so many cards in his hand, I can't really let this guy start to pull away from me, because the moment he does that, I'm going to be in big trouble. So I'm kind of setting myself up to get a couple of 3-bash attacks in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this Flick Wisp sideways. The other thing with that is that I'm obviously not going to block with Flicker Wisp, because that's like driving the deck at this point. It's my main source of removal. It's my main source of anything worthwhile. So since I'm not going to block with him, I might as well deal 3 damage here because he is going to swing big even if Flicker Wisp stays back. Now this is a fucking beat. Now this is one of the moments. There's a lot of +1/+1 cards in there, but this is one of the worst moments in the match. I think that this is really where the momentum started to get away from me. Just because, well, basically you'll see, but that +1/+1 ends up being a really huge deal here later on. Now I've got the Emancipation Angel, so basically what I'm going to set up here is a quick attack with Flicker Wisp, and I'm going to guy down And as a bonus of doing that, I'm going to be able to untap my Flicker Wisp because I get to play him again. I'm thinking about casting the 6 cost outright here, but I like this play a little bit better because he already knows I have the Flicker Wisp, blah, blah, blah. I don't really have to worry about anything. It's targeting the pacifism for some reason. I'm not really sure what. Emancipation Angel can't pick an angel. Isn't that correct? Because I couldn't... no, just a permanent. Oh, it's Restoration Angel can't flick angels, because I used to, when I was playing Standard, I wanted to do a combo between Emancipation Angel and Resto, but you can't. So this all takes place, which isn't super. I'm excited for Duplicant. I'm kind of reading it to make sure that I know exactly how it's going to work. This is really ugly right now, and there's not a lot that I can do. This is kind of a weird play. See, but, like, it's just, who do I want to get rid of here? But I should have just killed the Fiend Hunter. Yeah, I mean, that's... There's one other play that I'm worried about. Like, because I couldn't block because I was at 3 life. I don't know. That's something... I don't know. Rewatching that, I don't feel great about it because I could have just chump blocked him, but... Like, the blocks had to fall that way. I don't know. I get my Attended Knight back here regardless. So that's going to happen. So Attended Knight's going to pop right back into play. I'm going to get another dude. Yeah, I don't know. I feel I'm so on this because he's got a guy out there that just makes 1/1 dudes. So I knew Champion had to be taken care of one way or the other. I don't know. That's kind of sketchy. The play that I'm talking about is going to come up in 2 turns, 1 turn from now. I think it's the next turn. And I really think that's where to be honest with you, I really think that's where I shit the bed during this match. But this guy's going to make some dudes all main phase, because why the fuck not? I mean, whatever. That thing's an 11-11. You can't draw the card. That's just a complete waste of fucking time for everybody. I don't know why he did it. I mean, at this point, I can't attack. I don't know. So I draw this core Skyfisher, I think it's called, which is going to allow me to do a play that I absolutely love. And this is the problem. This is the play that I want to talk about. This is where I think I fucked up. Because I love this play. And you're going to see it. I just love it on principle. But right now what I could do is just pick up my 1/3. And then I just have him in hand. I'm ready to go. And drop that back down. But now I'm looking at the core Skyfisher, and what I should do here is nothing, to be honest with you. But the fact that I only have the 6 mana makes me feel that with 4 cards in hand, this Mage of Onyx is going to be too fast. He's going to be laying too many dudes, and he's making dudes. That's the thing. So I core down here, and I pop this land up because I haven't played land for turn, and I get to core down again. And that's the play that I really, really love. Like, I fucking love doing this. But should I have kept the core in hand for the multiple duplicant? Like, that's the question. That's the crux of this entire match, is the duplicant play and the core double down. That's just... God, like, still looking at it, it's so fucking hot when you get to do that. Like, and I just, like, clapped. But then he starts dropping dudes like this, and now he can instant +1 and +1 anything, because he can tap down that 3/3 that isn't draw card guy. I don't know, the fucking Mentor of the Meek. So he can give these guys +1/+1 at instant speed by tapping this one dude. I'm not an idiot, though, so I see that. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and kill your Mentor of the Meek, and you can only kill one of my guys. So that's, like, right there, like, the core was worth it. But I could... I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Because the duplicant would have been nice to play multiple times, but wouldn't I have just died sooner had I not double cored? Oh, man, still just watching this is... Oh, shit, spoiler alert. Yeah, I fucking lose this one, whatever. God, that's a son of a bitch, though. It gets worse. So I draw my Sunblast. This is actually, I made a huge change to this deck after this Sunblast, but everybody started playing those new ones immediately afterwards, and no one can play those. Like, it was some pathetic shit that I was seeing out there. Like, a dude countered his own unsummon by playing one of those flash fairies. And I was just like, and like, he typed in, he was like, oh no, it's making me target. And I was like, yeah, that's the rules of the game are making you target. Right now, I'm picking between Duplicant and Sunblast Angel. Regardless of that, I haven't been able to really... Sunblast Angel basically made me realize that I get up to a lot of mana quite frequently in this deck, and I need more board wipers. It gave me kind of a crazy idea to put in a card that I would never, ever, ever play under any other circumstances. But as I was saying, the kind of point from what I was saying earlier was that I have not been able to playtest that version of the deck because people have been playing just like scrub-worthy new decks without giving any thought to how they're put together at all. So right here is probably a mistake, but I figure I got to start taking him down, and I have to force him to attack with the 3/3 and the 2/2 so that I can get value from Sunblast. So I attack there. I realize that I'm going to have to block like a jackass, but I'm hoping that this won't happen. And so I am in a terrible situation right now where I can't even, I can't do anything at this point. I'm in a whole lot of trouble. So my Duplicant isn't really worth too much right now, but I want to keep him out there in case I can get something going on. I got Flash Cat and all sorts of crazy shit that might happen. So I just do this. I mean, I don't know. The double core is really what the problem I have with this entire play scenario. I've watched this twice now because I did once to make sure that the audio visual quality was okay, and then when I do these voiceovers I have to watch it again. And I still, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you would have done in this scenario, if you would have double cored or not. It might have just been a play that I really love getting the better of me, but then this is kind of garbage too, if I remember correctly. I don't really remember how this wraps up, but right now I have him killed. Yeah, that's a beat, because I actually had him dead in the air next turn, and I had the blocker that could handle, like, and now he's got a 3/2 first striker down, and this is when everything kind of falls apart. There's not really anything that I can do that allows me to win this match now. It really all banked on him not having the Path to Exile, which he probably held on to. I'm not saying he top-decked it or anything. I mean, he probably had it for quite some time. But then I just draw this core. I throw it down for really no reason. I mean, it's kind of the end of the day. But I don't know. Yeah, if he hadn't had the Path to Exile, I would have won that one. But I love people who say that, because if he was playing just like 63 lands, I would have won this match too. So there you go. Yeah, I really think, I don't know. Would I have lost quicker if I hadn't double cored, or would I have been able to remove one more guy off the board? Because the one more removal spell might have been what I needed. I don't know. Maybe I should have waited on Sunblast, but I couldn't really because I didn't have, and I had him dead next turn. But so that is a good illustration of maybe staying a little bit aggressive. Because I really think, I mean, if it hadn't been for the removal, the fact that I was so aggressive early on and in some of those spicier, a little dicier, I guess is what I tried to say, situations would have made a whole hell of a difference. But here now, it's pretty much over. I get this Flicker Wisp, but it's way too little, way too late. And that's pretty much the match, obviously. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think about what I did, some of my plays, misplays, how you would have handled the situation down in the comments. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget that we're going to be doing a 60 this Monday, and it's going to be super awesome. We're going to be getting some cards into a slim pile and beating people that are hopefully playing old decks, because no one knows how to use the new ones. And we'll be checking out those in a little bit too. So anyway, you guys, I just want to thank you for watching this episode. I'm going to do some bullshit here for no reason. I mean, it's whatever. But thanks a lot for watching, you guys. I will see you all on the next episode.